Age left, compare for they compose me. Hallelujah. Let's really get the sandwich prices. Hallelujah. Mm. Mm. Finally. Mm. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I can't breathe. I'm waiting for the exhale. This is a part. How you doing, Raul Ramirez? That's my brother's name, Raul. His first name's Raul. How you doing? Everyone, please thank you. Like and subscribe. Let's see if we could give me 10 likes. That shit was good. Now the childish games begin. Like and unsubscribe. Like and subscribe. Only children do that. Thank you. I was eating a bacon, egg, and cheese on a croissant. That shit was good. I think like $6.50, $7. Yeah, shit is not cheap no more. Yeah. Bacon, egg, and cheese. It was Dunkin' Donuts. Hi, Christina. Christina. ¿Cómo está, Cristina? Oh, this shit's good. We're almost how you doing, Trent? I can't breathe, I'm waiting for the exhale. Is no love, oh well. We got it, we got 5 likes, 5 more, let's do this. I'm serious, I'm serious. If I make, I'm serious. When I start making a lot of money, I wasn't joking, I was telling somebody, if I start making money like Mr. Beast, the first, at random, one person will win a paid off $10,000 credit card debt. So y'all want to help me be that successful? You gotta help. You gotta like and subscribe. I have a question for everyone. What would you do if you were $10,000 less in debt? That's my question. If $10,000 instantly came out of your credit card debt, what would you do with it? Hopefully you don't get back in debt, but not if you had 10K. If your credit card debt was erased. Because obviously you gotta pay the money back if the debt is paid off. You know. You know what I mean? I just wouldn't get into debt again. I'm about $6,000 in debt myself. How you doing, Levi? I'm just gonna call you Levi because it's easier. How you doing though? Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I need all the help I can get. Wow, that's a lot of money. So you don't owe that much. You're paid off. It's the interest rates that kills you. That's the thing. The interest rates are ridiculous. I wouldn't charge that much interest. If somebody borrowed money from me, I said give me 10% interest. That's true. But even if they charge you 10% interest and you keep buying new shit, it adds up. Hell yeah, interest could be huge. Yeah, I wonder what happened to Proactive. Remember the commercial?
Do you use skincare? Do you like celebrities? Why not try celebrity skincare? No, no, not celebrity brands, but the stuff that they totally actually use. Proactive. All the biggest modern stars use it, like Justin Bieber, Avril Lavigne, even Jessica Simpson. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can it be that these famous people all use the same skincare? What makes Proactive so great? And hey, aren't most of these celebrities kind of past their point of relevancy? What is it, 2010? Well, those are all
I never
great
used it.
questions, and believe it or not, once upon a time, it was 2010. And if you had cable or even just existed at any point during the 2000s and 2010s, this specific shade of turquoise and all of its related celebrity endorsements are probably burned into your memory. If you didn't directly experience Proactive in its prime, then those few things are still really all you need to know about it. The turquoise, the endorsements, and the so much money funneled into marketing the trendiest acne treatment out there. It might seem weird to make a retrospective on an acne treatment, but this stuff was advertised in such a way that it made it kind of cool, or at least made it look cool. But now, in 2025, I can't remember seeing anything about it since it was all over TV years ago,
Yeah, I
and
haven't seen
I'm
it
wondering
in
what
years.
happened to Proactive, and did it even really work? Using tons of celebrities and making claims like America's #1 acne system doesn't automatically make it a worthwhile product. And if it did work as advertised, why don't you hear much about it anymore? Even though I mostly associate
That's
Proactive
good.
commercials with the 2010s, it was actually first formulated all the way back in the 80s. In 1987, two dermatologists, Katie Roden and Kathy Fields, noticed that within their first years of dermatology practice, they saw a lot of not just acne, but acne on adults. Adults who would avoid discussing it or even deny that it was a problem. Rodenfield's goal was to treat the acne, raise awareness about what causes it in the first place, and normalize acne products marketed
Trust me, I
towards
have acne
adults instead
sometimes.
of just teenagers. After a few years of trials, focus groups, and perfecting the formula, Proactive was ready to pitch in 1993. But when pitching to Neutrogena, Roden and Fields were rejected and told to make an infomercial instead. While they initially took it as an insult, since infomercials aren't always known to house the most reliable or successful products, it eventually became one of the main driving forces behind their success. The first Proactive infomercial aired in 1995, and the launch went great, seeing a lot of initial success just by nature of an untapped market. The infomercial format also helped to explain more in depth what Proactive was and provided confidentiality for adults to buy over the phone where they might otherwise feel embarrassed to buy acne treatments in person. But an extra secret ingredient also helped push Proactive's appeal, and we're not talking secret formulas here. That ingredient was the power of fame, namely Judith Light, who featured as the first Proactive spokesperson in 1995. Depending on your age or knowledge of 20th century actors, that name may not really mean anything to you, like it doesn't ring any bells for me. Sorry to
Hit that
this.
like
But
button,
in
everyone.
1995, Judith Light, a TV and film actress, was relevant enough to have some sway over Proactive's target demographic, especially because, according to the ads, she wasn't just promoting it, but actually claimed to use it.
Wow.
I had acne. It was treated by a dermatologist, but later it reappeared. Fortunately, I found Proactive and my breakouts disappeared. And now I use Proactive as my skincare solution to keep my skin clear and healthy.
Because the length of the commercials could range from 30 seconds to 30 minutes, the method and pace of the advertising could vary, but generally, these early Proactive ads were still especially geared towards a young adult to middle-age range of women. Testimonials showed a typical before and after picture, but also heart-to-heart style interviews with Judith about each customer's new lease on life, complete with soft, heartfelt music playing in the background, which is so classic 90s.
What do you want to tell people about Proactive? To try it.
I feel like I'm watching an episode of Full House. Not to say that this was out of place or wasn't a worthwhile mode of advertising,
I don't think
but
I
it's
used it.
definitely setting a more mature and emotional tone. This style of infomercial continued running
40
into
bucks
the
a month.
2000s,
Wow.
and a few other notable names were featured over the years, but as the target demographic was still mainly adult women, they weren't necessarily huge stars with a lot of pull. They were celebrities that would likely be recognizable to most potential customers, so that the draw was less, I love this celebrity and they're so famous and I must use the same skincare as them, and more, this person is
I had a lot of
moderately
Proactive
famous,
too
but
when I was
also
younger.
similar to me in age
I
and
only have one
self-image,
people there that
so
keeps
maybe
coming
this
back.
will work for me too. But then, circa 2003, a new celebrity hopped on the endorsement train. Jessica Simpson. In 2003, Jessica had seen success in her music career, but was also the star of her own brand new reality TV show that debuted on MTV that same year, which is all to say she was relevant in this millennium, relating to young person interests. No shade to the other proactive spokeswoman, but Jessica wasn't just relevant in then current pop culture, but as she was in her early 20s, she was also one of the youngest touted proactive users so far. This was the next step to reaching a new modern demographic. From this point forward, that target audience began to shift from middle-aged to middle schoolers. Okay, actually, it was more like a high school to older age range.
Jessica Simpson is attractive, though.
Wanted to use it anyway. It's hard to say for sure if Jessica Simpson's involvement had a direct impact on proactive sales with younger users, or if it had just seen enough success that it was ready to intentionally branch out into new markets. Whatever the correlation, though, into the mid to late 2000s, there was a clear change in the brand's advertising. The infomercials were no longer all soft and emotional, but were fast and urgent. We're talking classic infomercial style, with the choppy jump cuts and the special TV offer, and the just pay shipping and handling, and the buy now. They still featured before and after pics and testimonials, but it wasn't meant to be touching anymore so much as it was meant to be enticing, pique your interest, and maybe even confuse and
I have 755 subscribers. Wow.
For the phone without really knowing why you were compelled to do so. Though they were hard selling, there was also still an emphasis on the knowledge of acne, how and why it forms, how normal and common it is, to not just shove a product at you, but to explain how it works, therefore justifying the price of a $40 monthly subscription.
That's
the
money.
customer testimonials also included a lot
It's
more
bacteria that causes acne.
and women in their 30s and 40s, and new celebrity features were also younger in age themselves and geared towards a younger audience. Supermodels, musicians, and actors alike were all chiming in to say, hey, I use Proactive, and you should too. Alicia Keys, Jenna Fisher, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Lindsay Lohan, Serena Williams, Kelly Clarkson, Katy Perry, and more. If you aren't familiar with any of these people, you might be just...
Guys, I'll be back later. Thank you for joining us.
Age range for this video, but trust me when I say that these were among